Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Revolutionary Blackout Network. This is a special stream of the Sneaker Ball for Freedom Fighters DC. I am your host, JB. We are here live. These is the Freedom Fighters DC Sneaker Ball that we're going to be watching live with Afeni. She's going to be also one of the presenters here. I am just glad to have you all here so that we can be streaming this live. Just to let you all know that as you can see in the ticker down below, you guys can contribute to Freedom Fighters DC. They either have their Cash App or their Venmo, so you can do either one or the other. It's also in the description below as well. They are starting and we're all listening. She muted herself, so I can't unmute for some reason.
Okay, so again, thank you all for coming out. We have a few things that we want to share with you all. We will have each person of FFDC come up and address those things. And yeah, my name is Perk. I am on the community outreach side of FFDC. And I'm honored to have been able to partner with Lime. And he's going to come up, Penny's going to come up and speak as well, partner with them for this event to be a success. So we want to thank him. Everybody give him a round of applause to Kenny. Yes. Thank you. And to the people who bought tables. Hey, y'all. Yes. We appreciate y'all too. Just as a reminder, all the funds will be used for our initiatives, which will be discussed later on in the event. But thank you all, and for our people who were nominated. Everybody clap for the nominations, y'all. Yes, thank you. Yes, because they're doing great things in the community. But y'all gonna hear about that soon. So thank you all for being here. Y'all all look good. Give it a round of applause for yourselves. Yes. And I look good. Give it a round of applause for me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, okay, this is Afeni. Give it a round of applause for Afeni.
Hello, y'all. Thank you so much for coming and for supporting our work. It really means a lot. So we do have a raffle tonight. So we would like for y'all to buy raffle tickets. We have a $5 tier, a $10 tier, and a $20 tier, and depending on what you... Huh? 5, 15, 20, my bad. I don't have the flyer right in front of me, y'all. 5, 15, and 20. And depending on what the value of the ticket that you purchase is, like the type of show you get to go to, and you get to choose your own show if you win. There are lots of options, so we should have printouts with all the shows on them. If we don't have those handed out already, I'll make sure they get handed out right after I say this. But definitely support that, and thank you again for Less is More Events for doing this and for supporting us, because this is really important work, and we can't do any of this without the funds, y'all. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for standing in solidarity with us. It means the world.
Yes. Next up, we're going to have Reed. Give it up for my brother Reed.
What's up, y'all? First of all, thank y'all for coming out. I know it's kind of a rough time for a lot of people right now in America. So number one, thank y'all for coming out. I love to see this many beautiful Black people together, and everybody else too. And also, thank you to Petita Power. We're giving out some free plants over here. To anybody that wanted to grab one. Petita, yeah. So we do want to clap for them and everything. Okay, but that kind of leads into the reason that we're here, which is our change program that we're fundraising for, which is our community healing and neighborhood garden empowerment program. Basically, we're buying some land in Northeast DC We're going to be setting up a garden there that's completely owned by the community. There'll be no profit there. Everything will be fueling our mutual aid efforts, and everything will go directly to the community. So that's where the money for the table is going. That's where the money for the raffle is going. That's where all other donations are going. So right now, if you did want to pull out our QR code and donate to our Cash App, it would be a good idea. But
What's the Cash App?
it's $FFDC20. $FFDC20. No, 2020. 20. Don't add another 2. $FFDC20. We want your money, but not for us. So yeah, we're just trying to start a new initiative because we've been doing our mutual aid program for a couple of years now. We're giving out a couple hundred meals every week, but we're trying to focus on sustainability for the entire community and not just money being distributed from one end of the city to the other end. So we want to set up some type of sustainability east of the river, which is not there right now. A main focus of that is that we are an anti-capitalist organization. I know that's kind of hard to digest to some people, but we appreciate all the businesses that are in here, any business owners, any Black business owners, of course. But Black capitalism will keep your head above water, but it will never liberate us. We need sustainability and community engagement. So, other than that, other than just fundraising, we are here to honor a lot of the community members that we have here today, like Chuck with the camera here. A lot of the other community members sitting at our table here, they all do different types of work with different types of people, but at the end of the day, they're all fighting for liberation for all of us. So after that, I think we just getting into honoring all these community members here. So I'm gonna pass it over to, what's up, Perk?
I got one more thank you. The music been good having it.
Oh,
That's DJ on the ones and twos. And y'all, he donated his time. He donated his time to be here. So let's give another round of applause to him. Yes. So thank you so much. Thank you.
all right. So the next person coming up is going to be Zeus. Zeus is a cool member of FFBC and really like the thing that's been keeping us going for the past couple of years. Zeus definitely dedicates a lot of their time and a lot of their other resources towards our community efforts. So if y'all can, put y'all hands together for Zeus. That's right here. Perfect. And that's please applaud.
All right, what's up, y'all? So we're gonna get into the honorees. Yeah, y'all don't normally see me on this mic. I'm not really a mic person, but tonight I'm gonna be so. The first person we gonna honor tonight is a journalist that holds a huge part of my heart. This man is always out in the field with us. He stays out in the field. He is the first person to get there and the last person to leave, just to make sure that everybody is safe. We really do appreciate that. It really does warm my heart to know that there's a journalist that's out there that's really looking out for our best interests and fighting this fight alongside us. So without further ado, thank you so much to Chuck. If you come up, Chuck. Chuck Modi.
Oh, thank you, Zeus. Well, I appreciate it. As a general rule, you don't have us sitting around here having that spike punch before you ask people to speak. So give up for JJ for doing it mixing very well. That's special. Let me just say it's an honor to cover this movement, to cover the people in this room. The realest people I've ever known are in this room, have been part of this post-George Floyd movement. It's an absolute honor. And I just want to say, for me, it's a team effort. So I just want to call out a couple of people because people don't know we got a media team. We talk to each other. So the first year, a lot is a person who's not here, Blackout News. I want to share that with you. We moved to New York City. We moved to New York City. We're on the phone every day. How are we going to cover the media? Make sure any arrest that happens that we didn't cover, we failed. That's how we think. And so I really want to share that. You talk about last year, we had these boycott Nelly's protests. We got Stoney here, who's media. People don't know Stoney. A lot of people don't know Stoney's media, and we connect too. And she caught the cops one day and boycott Nelly's doing with the dirt that they do. And it's funny. So I love Stoney, but we have a little different style of captioning our tweets. So I might be like, the police attacked protesters on UN 13th. And I'll look at Stoney's feed, they'll be like, fuck them pigs. Yeah, there's no one right style, there's no one wrong style. We got all the styles, and that's how we do it. And then, and I really appreciate the entire team. So people don't know, we talk is really important. We say we keep us safe. Our media team that we talk with, Johnny Silvercloud, as well as so many others. Jenna was here earlier. So many others who we work in concert. And the last thing I want to say is a lot of people, when we cover the activist scene, we get some heat outside of these walls. We get some heat. You know what they say? They say, you're not a real journalist. That's what they say. They say, and if they're trying to be polite, they say you're an advocacy journalist, right? They say that to try to put you down, try to lower you. And the fact is, they don't say in corporate America, when you get police statements, when you know they're lying, that you're an advocacy journalist. They don't say that about them. They don't say they're biased. When you got a military general speaking, they don't say they're biased. The difference is they're protecting power and privilege, and we're amplifying the voices of the oppressed. That's the only difference. You're just as biased as us, okay? And so I'll close and say my hero, a lot of people I know Ida B. Wells, but what a lot of people may not know about Ida B. Wells is the greatest investigative journalist that this country has ever produced. And Ida B., yeah, that's the fact. You know you shouldn't give me a couple drinks before bringing me the mic. You know that, right? You know that. You know that. I'd have been 1 minute without the punch, but you did this. So we talking about Ida B. Wells, and Ida B. Wells did not say, oh, there are two sides to lynching. Let's go interview the lyncher and see what they have to say on this matter. Ida B. Wells didn't do that. She went in and said, lynching is wrong, fuck lynching, and we're going to show that it's wrong because the white press in general weren't covering that. They weren't covering it. So that was that spirit. Frederick Douglass, who worked at the North Star, was a journalist in D.C. He was a journalist. People got to know that. And he didn't say there are two sides to slavery. He said slavery's fucked up, and we're going to expose this shit so you all know it. Well, there's no difference right now. We're talking about police oppression. There are no two sides to police oppression. The police are wrong, and we're going to expose how that's messed up. Yeah, for real. And on top of that, because now we got Roe v. Wade, they're trying to overturn. They did overturn Roe v. Wade. They're not two sides to abortion rights. They're not two sides to human rights. You're just straight wrong. Period. Okay? So we gotta call that out. We gotta make sure everyone understands that. And what I'll say to any media who's covering Roe v. Wade, the last thing is stop going and covering those 5 protesters who are against abortion. Who are for abortion. Excuse me, I'm all confused. I told you to give me a drink. You understand what I'm saying? Stop covering those 5 protesters. Stop making it sound like they're two sides when they're not two sides. Ignore them, leave them alone, and I appreciate everyone. I love FFTC. I love my protest family, and I thank you so much.
I ain't know Chuck had that much in him. He usually behind the camera. He got a lot in him. We appreciate that, Chuck. So the next person we're going to honor today is a young lady that there's so much I can say about this young lady. She is out in the field fighting for international liberation, fighting for her people all the way here in America, and also fighting for Black people here in America. We have been able to work with her on many different actions. I want to say thank you. We appreciate you. We honor you, Hannah.
I don't drink, but I feel the vibe. I feel it. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it. If you don't know me, my name is Hannah. I'm the co-chair of MD to Palestine. And And I first met Afeni at a Palestine protest, and I just saw Afeni like riding with us, and I was like, "Who is this person?" And I just feel like I know in my heart that there is no liberation without Black liberation, and there is no liberation for Palestinians without Black liberation. And I have felt this my whole life, and in moments where I feel like it wasn't safe for me to be vocal about Palestinian liberation, I knew that I stood for Black liberation, and I stood alongside and followed the lead of Black organizers who have paved the way for us to be in the streets organizing for Palestine. So I am honored to be here. It's a privilege to even be honored with all of you. And I'm going to keep riding and fighting for my people, but also for Black liberation. I did a lot of work with public defenders, and I was in Southeast, Northeast DC, and it's just not right to have a police car in every corner. We know that the way to freedom is by following the people, and that the power is with us. And so it's an honor to be here. Even looking at Afeni right now, I might cry, so I'm not going to look at Afeni right now. But thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. And I will say the spaces where I felt most safe when I wasn't with my people were in the spaces with my Black comrades. So I really appreciate all of you.
All right, y'all. At this point, I must say that professionalism is a tool of white supremacy. So I said professionalism is a tool of white supremacy. So I'm about to get a little ghetto a little bit. So because these next few comrades that we about to pull up here, they my ghetto comrades. We got this young man who is outside with Harriet's wildest dreams, loud, cussing out the cops with us, doing this thing, doing these chants, fighting for liberation alongside of us. We don't get to honor the comrades that's just outside that are not like leading organizations, but we see you, Michael. We love you, Michael. We appreciate you, Michael, and we honor you. So, the best volunteer ever. Y'all heard that? The best volunteer ever. We fuck with you, Michael.
Thank you, really, thank you. I was a little surprised to know that I was gonna be like somebody that could be honored. I never thought of myself as a person who could be honored for anything I've done for anybody else. And I just kind of thought that was the way I had to live my life. You know, just do what you got to do for other people, and don't really worry about if someone says thank you, or if they notice, or if they honor you, or if they congratulate you, or if they give you a pat on the back, or if they give you your flowers. So I was a little, I really was surprised to be mentioned in this and to be noticed. I thank you for seeing something in me that's worth being honored. Really, I really appreciate it. Other people, my friend Vanessa and Alea, they've been telling me the entire night, you deserve this so much, Michael. We're really happy that you're here, that you're being honored. And I just really happy to be here. Thank you so much. And the work that I do and the work that so many of us do, it really isn't even close to being over. Especially with what's been happening with the Supreme Court, the bullshit that they're on. We have so much work to do, and it's time to stop talking about what's wrong and doing something. It's time to stop talking about it and to be about it. We have to really be out there for our people, to be there for our community, because only we really can keep us safe. And thank you once again.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's very important in our community that we show each other that they have value, right? That America, and the government, these systems that they impose, it makes you feel, unvaluable. It makes you feel less than human. You know what I'm saying? When they don't want to give you free healthcare, they don't want to give you, basic human rights. And to know that there are comrades out there that's fighting alongside us to get these things and to tear down these systems. I just hope that every comrade knows that they are seen. Even if you are not being honored tonight, you are seen. We see you out in the field, and we do love each and every one of you all. I did just want to say that thank you, Michael, for those words that you just said. We're going to get into the next honoree. Sorry, y'all, I can't see the table. This is my homie right here. This is my homie right here. This woman, she got an organization, and it's just her. And it's just her by herself, y'all. This woman right here, every month, is outside doing a mutual aid market by herself, y'all. On the south side, doing it, making it work, and it's just her and her organization. Like this, that is honorable. We see you, we love you, and we appreciate you, my homie Monty.
In true FFDC fashion, they didn't tell me that I had to speak.
Don't do us. Yeah.
I talk to them every day, y'all. We talk both of the time. Period. Okay. I was sitting there, also in Capricorn fashion, trying to prepare what I was gonna say. I didn't know when I was going. And all I could think of was like a couple little anecdotes. A couple of members of FFDC have been teaching me how to play cards.
Oh, yes. Talk about it.
Maine, Reed. They've been teaching me how to play spades. My dad's right here. He didn't teach me how to play spades. They've been teaching me how to play spades, and they've been teaching me how to play Mau Mau. I have mastered Mau Mau. I kick ass in Mau Mau, y'all. Come on, okay. So in true fashion, they have like I'm like, yo, I can talk my shit. I know what I'm doing. And I'll say like among my other like social groups outside of like what I spend time with, like with my comrades that are here in this room or comrades that aren't here in this room, I can't say that I learn from a lot of people. I can't say that I sit down for freaking 6 weeks and learn how to play spades and Mau Mau. And honestly, like my spades game is not great, and they haven't said it yet. And I'm gonna say it before they get to say it. It's not great. It's not trash. Fuck y'all. I'm working on it. I've been working. We have a notebook. I just want to say we have a notebook with a record. We have a ledger of who's been winning what. So let's pull the ledgers out. That's all I have to say on that. Simultaneously, like I don't get to learn from a lot of people. I don't get to sit down, play cards, smoke a J, and talk about Black liberation. Normally, I'm the one, my sister says to my dad all the time, like there's this like tweet or meme that's like, it's a birthday. Why are we talking about Black liberation right now, or why like the government doesn't work for us? And why not? I've been on dates and men are like, oh, we're gonna talk about politics on the first date, sir. What else is there to talk about? What? Even if it's identity politics, what are we talking about? So like what I want to say is like thank you, FFDC, because like that opportunity to learn and grow and cultivate and be challenged. Like, I don't always agree with these people. And don't. But it's always love. And honestly, like, I don't know another space I would rather be in. So thank you guys. Thank you for y'all are honoring me, but like thank you. I honor y'all.
This is another homie of mine. Dang, actually, all y'all homies. But she's outside in the field, in the dirt, taking pictures of everything. It doesn't matter what it is. She's gonna get a picture of it if it is outside while we're fighting for Black liberation. And then she also participates. Like, I remember one time with Nellie's, we were outside protesting Nellie's, and her wife kind of got caught up in a little situation, and Stony came out, swinging, ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a tough cookie right there. We love to have you beside us, because as everybody know, we are a violent org, and to see a photographer be violent, we fuck with that. We fuck with that. So we definitely want to honor you. We love you. We see you. Stony even comes to parties that we throw just to take pictures, y'all. Like, we fuck with you. Like, so we do honor you. We do love you. We appreciate you. So Stony.
Hello, hey, everyone. As Neff said, I didn't know I was supposed to give a speech. My wife asked, "Hey, are you supposed to give a speech, or do you need to get ready for anything?" And I said, "Nah, they didn't say nothing, so I'm good." So here we go. Okay. First and foremost, like, thank you to y'all for always being out there, for always speaking the truth, and for always doing the work that shit or everybody else in America don't seem to want to do. You know what I mean? So thank you for that. Thank you for leading the way. And thank you for just putting your bodies on the line at the end of the day. And the least that I can do is document it so that when these pigs come and get you, because we know they always will, there is at least something that could work towards making sure y'all don't get locked up and caught up in this bullshit ass system. That's the least that I can do. You know what I mean? So I appreciate this a whole lot. I never expected it. But shoot, at the end of the day, like, I just thank y'all. As my wife always pushes me to say my story. In a nutshell, I want to thank my family for being here. They right there. They don't know nothing about abolitionist time, so they were here on time. So the flyer said 5:30, so they were here at 5:29. And when they texted me, I was like, I'm about 45 minutes out. So just wait, we'll be right there. So I want to thank them because I think a lot of times they don't really understand what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. But I thank them for supporting this and being here for me every time, no matter what. And getting to know y'all. I spend a lot of time making sure that y'all get to know my family because, this American dream is a fucking nightmare at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's like we bought into the system. We try to get a better life because capitalism is global. You know what I mean? I'm from Peru. I'm not from here. I was born here. You know what I mean? But I made that trip. My mom sent out for me. Long story short, my mom sent out for me. I had to cross the river with my 19-year-old on at the time. My mom thought I was dead for a week. Didn't hear from me or nothing. And because the government wouldn't give a 4 or 5-year-old a visa to come over here to be with her family. That's the U.S. government that we've always had. I'm 37 years old right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's 30 some years of the government just shitting on everybody. So I thank FFDC and everybody that puts in that work because they don't just do it for Black liberation. Because the Black liberation is the only way we're gonna be all out of here at the end of the day. But they also think of everybody else. That's why we have Free Palestine. They bring education to everybody, and I thank them, and I look to them every time, and I'm always gonna have y'all backs, no matter what. I'm not a regular journalist. I don't claim to be a journalist. I'm just somebody with a camera that ready to throw down. Why am I out there? I'm out there because at the end of the day, if there ain't no liberation, there's no liberation without Black liberation. At the end of the day, so that's why I'm out there. Ain't no liberation until there's Black liberation. At the end of the day, that's it. That's it. There ain't nothing for the rest of us. Nothing. So I'm gonna show up for y'all every single time. Every time I'm out here with the camera. I just want to shout out to Chuck because I learned so much from you. So much from you. Every single time. Like, I don't know if you know it, but I claimed you as my mentor. I don't know if I told you that, but like you are. So I thank you for everything that you've taught me. But I thank y'all for creating this space and honoring people. I thank y'all for the work that y'all do in the community. And I look to y'all every time. So whatever y'all need, I got you.
Tony gonna be the one taking pictures of this community garden when it goes up. So I'm gonna go ahead and shout out Sky anyway. Sky is not here yet, but yeah, she on abolitionist time, if you know what that is. So that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and shout out Sky. Sky works for CCDC. Shout out to CCDC, Concerned Citizens of DC. They do a lot of work in the DC area. We've been lucky enough to, collaborate on a few events with them, on a few actions with them, on a few mutual aid events with them. Sky's amazing. It is. She did just graduate. She was president of her class. Yeah, she be finding ways to put money in the pockets to teach. Okay. Scott gonna be the one. We ain't asked her yet. She don't know yet. It's gonna be a little surprise, but she's the one who's gonna have to teach us about this community gardening, okay? Because she went to school for that. When we start teaching agricultural survival, that's gonna be Sky. We're gonna be, teeing up with her. So shout out to Sky, even though she's not here. And that is honestly all of our honorees. I do want to say a few words before I get up off this mic. I love and adore my team, FFDC. We have some of the most amazing people fighting alongside each other. We got Afeni, who be speaking fire like a dragon. we got Perk, who is, she don't even know, but she the backbone of this organization. Any vision that we put out there, she got the Google Doc ready. 24 hours is done. Won't need to worry about it. We got Reed, who's always keeping us on our toes with education, making sure that we, staying up to date and, educating ourselves and evolving our minds. We got JJ, who only says when and where. If we could just send an exclamation point, that man is on the way to your location to make sure that you are okay. He is the blueprint of an ally, of an accomplice. And so I love him. That's my heart. And we have Tamaine. He is the joy of our org. He is the joy of our org, okay? And you need some joy in your org because fighting for Black liberation could get gloomy, y'all. You're really not seeing the results that you want as quickly as you want. It can really get gloomy. But this man right here, he be cutting them smiles in our face like, why are you so serious? Like, that's our joker right there. And we fuck with him, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. And that's our team. And I definitely wanted to say that before I get up off this stage.
And Zeus. And Zeus. Give it one more time for Zeus. lot of the actions that y'all seen happen, logistics right here. Everybody comes to Zeus. There's not one organization in DC that has not came to Zeus for logistics. Give it up one more time for Zeus. Thank you. We do have one more person to honor and thank you. He's also going to come up and say some words from Lime. He is the reason that we have this raffle, y'all. Give it up for Kenny. We also want to thank him. He think he getting this thank you because he think he got the best shoes out here. But but we do want to thank him. He's going to tell you about the opportunities that he has presented FFDC with. And again, he is the reason for the raffle. So when y'all go to these events, this is the reason why right here, Kenny. Give it up for Kenny one more time.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say thank y'all to FFDC for allowing me and my team to be here. My team over there in the corner. We got Miss Asia, my DJ in the back, DJ F, my business partner Mark, my beautiful wife, Shawnee. We got a Belinda and Shalita, two of our co-hosts back there. We like to say thank y'all so much. What we do with, matter of fact, I'm a native of Washington. I grew up down the street in Thurston Court. So my business is, I'm a ticket broker. I started my company for people like myself, or people at below, just above the poverty line. And the reason why I do that is because whether I'm speaking at a school, church, or whatever, anywhere in the country, the more common thing that you hear about going to events is, I want to go, I can't afford to get there. And so what I realized is through all the stuff that we do, community give backs, I give away hundreds of tickets to events, football games, basketball games, for people who may not be able to afford to have that experience. It's not as serious as, well, it is just as serious as what you guys do, fighting for equal rights and letting people know where they are in society, because a lot of these people don't feel like they belong. If you ever look at sports, concerts, or whatever, who do you see in the crowd? On the 50-yard line, or in the front row of a concert, it ain't many people that look like you and I. So with Line, we give people that opportunity to do these type of things by, we offer payment plans, we do raffles such as yourself that you guys are doing today, but we also get involved with community efforts and people such as FFDC, and we like to work with all the other organizations around here. My wife, she's an accountant. Mark is an excellent businessman, and he's one of my good partners. He's a motivational speaker. So we try to bring different things to the ticket game opposed to just selling you a ticket. We want to let you know that, listen, we want to give you an experience. They told me to keep it short, and I don't, because I can ramble. And my team will tell you that. But I heard all these different stories. And one of my things that sparks me is just that I had a guy a couple of years back to tell me, Kenny, if it was not for you, I would not have been able to take my son to this basketball game. Brother, he got 5 kids, he had 4 girls and one son. And he says, you got me tickets courtside. And at the courtside of that event, I was sitting next to a guy who owns a warehouse. I drive a truck for him. He said, for those 3 hours, my son saw me on the same level as this millionaire business owner. He said, did you know how much and how well that made me feel to look my son in the eye and say, for those hours you seen me, not a guy struggling trying to make ends meet, but as you saw this guy, and you were sitting here talking and playing with his son. So for those 3 hours, we were all equal. I didn't understand what that meant until I looked at my son. And I was like, Dad, I call my son Man. I'm like, Dad, Man, you get to do this all the time. So there's other little boys that look like you that maybe your dad can help give that opportunity to. And so that's part of our mission. I'm just so grateful to be here. And babe, don't we got something for them? Miss Perk, and Zeus, and Afeni. I met Afeni through another one of my business partners a couple of weeks back, and we connected from there. That's how we all got here. And when I heard about you guys needing, or just offering to help you guys with fundraising and different efforts, we was all for it. But since y'all gave me this gift bag, we have some stuff we want to give y'all too. On top of the raffle. So I'm gonna let my wife go ahead and do her thing. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Once again, thank you for this opportunity. And Zeus, Perk, Afeni, y'all come here for a minute. We have a certificate for you. We're going to give you 10 tickets to Encanto, the sing-along film concert. There you go. Yes, take some names, because I don't know who don't know about Encanto, but that's the Disney film that's very.
We don't talk about
Bruno. So they're gonna be singing along. Y'all see they're already singing along. So they will be singing along with the kids.
Thank you so much.
And we look forward to giving the certificates to the winners of the raffles as well. You can let us know which event you have chosen out of the team.
Absolutely. Thank
We
you.
hope that you guys will log on, because we're doing our first community day event August 13th at FedEx Field, and everybody in here, get at me before we go. I give y'all a free ticket to the game, the tailgate party. Y'all come through. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have my DJ F, no offense to my man DJ in back here, you dope. But I love my DJ. And so we definitely, we want to see everybody here, especially that journalist dude. I can't you know what I'm saying? My man, he was on point. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course. So August, y'all get at us August 13th. You know what I'm saying? We go ahead and sign y'all up. Y'all come through, contact us or whatever. We send you the tickets. We'll see you August 13th, Green Light D. We got tailgate party, open bar, all the food you want. We gonna have a good time. If y'all ain't looked us up online, y'all check us out. Thank you so much.
All right, so our last honoree showed up. Abolitionist time has come. Yes. It was fine. It was fine. So we already shouted you out, but I'm gonna go ahead and shout you out again. This is an amazing individual, amazing woman. Once again, she graduated as the president of her class. She's out here, I told them, and I'm about to tell you for the first time, she's the one that's gonna be, teaching us about agriculture and helping us with this community garden. We need your brain. We need your energy. Also, she does work, helping us in the spiritual realm with our energy and stuff like that. So we thank you. We honor you. We see you. So.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I love the Freedom Fighters. I always love y'all. I know y'all my favorite. No. I said I always love the Freedom Fighters. Yeah. Y'all the best. Y'all like family. I love y'all. For real. Thank you so much for honoring me. I can't wait to teach y'all about agriculture and sustainability. Yes, this will be so amazing. I hope every single person in this room can help support the garden as well, because we gotta fix these food deserts. We gotta give people their food, and they feed people all the time. If people don't know, they always feed the people. So I love y'all for that. Y'all stay in the community. Thank you so much. I'm sorry.
We're gonna have our Joker come up. He about to fill this room with laughter and announce the raffle tickets, the raffle winners. We got our man Ty May. All right, we're gonna go ahead and postpone and allow some more people to purchase some tickets that will go towards our community garden in Northeast. Yeah. So at this point, we about to get back to partying and drinking. Make sure y'all drinking some of that JJ juice because it's lit.
Thank you all for tuning in. And please donate to our grassroots campaign. I mean, our grassroots organization. My bad, y'all. And yeah, we're about to hop off. We're about to hop off of here. It's about to get really, really loud. So, love you guys. Bye.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for allowing us to be here with you. We love you. Yep.
Hey, it's your girl Nikki Natural from Love and Hip Hop Miami, and we are now rocking with DJ Marcus. Just to launch it.
Okay, people. So just to let you guys know, thank you so much for joining in. This was the Freedom Fighters DC sneaker ball that we were joining in, and they were honoring many of the people who are activists at the sneaker ball. Just to let you guys know, activists do work on the ground each and every single day, day in and day out. Really is somewhat of a thankless job that they do, really because they have a love for humanity. And this is something that I think is wonderful that they actually did. And we also hopefully this inspires a lot of you to also thank an activist. Try to honor an activist and for what they do. It can be in small little things, just by even just the words we say to them, or if we can give them some mutual aid, or let's say hypothetically, you may know of a way to get them maybe a spa treatment or something like that, just so that they can relax because they've been doing so much for the people. Different things like that. So if you know of any activists that are also doing the damn thing out there, please make sure, if you possibly can, to do that for them as well. I just want to thank all of you so much for joining in. And yes, hang on. Hang on. uh, yeah, so we're doing our outro right now. Hang on.
I was just about to leave and close this thing. You got me all on the screen and stuff. I gotta come back on your show soon because I really miss you. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm about to get off the little live. This is Reed. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Mwah, goodbye. Have a great day. Have a great night. All right, everybody. So yes, that was a lovely and welcome interruption. But yes, if you guys can, and please make sure, if you can, please donate to Freedom Fighters DC. As you see in the ticker below, also in the banner below, that you guys can actually donate to their Venmo or their Cash App. They are a completely grassroots organization. And as you heard earlier, yes, they are also doing a community garden as well. So if you guys can please donate to them as much as you possibly can. I just also want to give a thank you to, excuse me, to Gene Zybeck on Rockfin for the tip. Thank you so much. And while tips and super chats are lovely to have, I'd rather you redirect those to Freedom Fighters DC, either in their Cash App or Venmo, to give that to them, because they are doing the work on the ground right now. And that's what this stream is for. And we deeply appreciate everything that they do. Much love and solidarity to every single one of the recipients for their any honorees for the prizes that they get prizes for the honors that they were given. Also, love and solidarity to you as well, Afeni. And to everyone who are at Freedom Fighters DC, we at RBN, on behalf of RBN, we love you and we also express our solidarity with you. And we thank you so much dearly from the top and bottom of our hearts for doing the work on the ground. I'd just like to thank everybody for joining in here for this special stream for the Freedom Fighters DC RBN special. Thank you so much for joining, and I want to wish you all a very happy and wonderful evening, and keep the good fight out there. Keep up the good fight out there, everybody. Have a good night.